Good morning. Today we're going to continue our study of how to count money. Before we learn a new coin, let's go ahead and review what we've had. We talked about how to count pennies with good old hairy money. And you see there is a hole here for the hair to come out. How many holes do you see? That is correct. There is one hole. That lets us know that each penny is worth 1 cent. So let's get your pennies out, get your dimes out, and your nickels out. So let's go ahead and count some pennies. And remember, they have just a hole on the top that lets us know each one is worth 1. How many is this? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. That is 3 cents. Let's add some more. Let's add some more coins. Doesn't matter what order they're in, now does it? Nope. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 6 cents. We also talked about another kind of coin, which is a nickel. And we learned that a nickel is worth 5 cents. So let's go ahead and look at our nickel. Here I have 2 nickels. 1, 2. Now out of that hole that was on the penny grew a hair. How many did we say each one of these hairs is worth? That's right. Each hair is worth 5 cents. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, get your pennies and your nickels. So this penny here is worth, the nickel is worth 5 cents. So 5 pennies is exactly the same thing as 1 nickel. Why do you think someone would like to use a nickel instead of all those pennies? Yes, carrying all these pennies would mean you need a big place to carry them in, and they could sure wear your pocket down being so heavy. So sometimes people trade 5 pennies for 1 nickel. Let's go ahead and put 5 more on this other nickel. Oops, wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you're doing that along with me. So again, we have these 5 pennies are the same thing as that 1 nickel. Now, how should we count those? Are we going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? No, that would take way too much time. Remember when we learned how to count by 5s? This is why it's really important. Watch 5, 10. See how easy that was? Let's do it together with me. 5, 10. We have 10 cents. Let's see if that's right. Let's count our pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 pennies was exactly the same thing as 2 nickels. So let's go ahead and count some nickels. Okay, get your nickels out. Hopefully you have some. I've got to get my nickels here. Let's see if I have 4 nickels. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of these is each one of these nickels worth? Yes, they are worth 5 cents or 5 pennies for each one. Let's count them together, counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. We have 20 cents. Let's see if I added 2 more. It doesn't matter where they are because it's still going to be the same amount of coins. Let's count them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now we have 30 cents. Well, you've got that down pretty good. So today we are going to learn about another coin. That's right. Which one do you think it is? It is a dime. And what do you see on that dime? Each dime has 2 hairs. Well, when we looked at the nickel, how many was each hair worth? It was worth 5 cents. So when we have our dimes, we now know that each hair is worth 5. So let's count by 5s. Let's cover this one up. We're going to count by 5s. 5, 10. So a dime is worth 10 cents. It's like taking 2 nickels, and we know each one is 5 cents. So we just count by 5. 5, 10. So every time we count a dime, we're going to say 10 cents. This is worth 10 cents. 5, 10. Each hair, remember, is worth 5 cents. So let's do some more. How much money do you think we have here? Let me move this one over a little bit. How much money do you think we have? 1, 2, 3, 4? No, we don't have 4 cents. That would be pennies. Do we have 5, 10, 15, 20? Yes, we have 20 cents. Each dime is worth 10 cents. So we would just touch the dime and go 10, 20. But we know that because each hair is worth 5 cents. So let's take our nickels off. Take your nickels away. And now let's just count some dimes. Got to find them here. I got so many dimes. Okay, I'm going to put some dimes up. How are we going to count these dimes? We are going to count by tens. Remember when we had our rods? Each rod was worth 10. And I told you when we learned to count money, it's just going to be like counting rods. These are just like a rod. They're worth 10 pennies or 10 units. So what are we going to count by? We're going to count by 10. Let's do it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we have 70 cents. When we write cents, we make sure that we always use a little C with like a 1 through it. That's what it means, 10 cents. Okay, let's put some more up and see how many that makes. Okay, hope you got your dimes. If not, count with me. You ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. We have 90 cents. The person that is on the dime, his name is Franklin D. Roosevelt. He was one of our presidents a long, long time ago. That is the president on this side, and this side has a torch and an olive branch. And I can't remember the other one, quite honestly. So let's take some away. And let's see how much money we have now. Well, I see 4 dimes. Let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. We have 40 cents. Now I want you to take some dimes and I want you to lay them out or draw them. It doesn't matter either way. And I want you to draw me 30 cents. Let's see if you can draw 30 cents. This would be a very easy way to draw it. There's my 3 dimes. They have 2 hairs. So we're going to go 10, 20, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We have 30 cents if you have 3 dimes. 3 dimes. 10, 20, 30. Okay, let's try 1 or 2 more, and then it's time for you to do some on your own. All right, this time I want you to draw me some money with the hairs on it that shows me 50 cents. 50 cents. Well, I'm going to write it here. Is there a number here? Whoop. It's hard to write upside down. Is there a number here that might give you a clue as to how many dimes you need since we're counting by tens? This first number right here. We have 50 cents. So how many dimes do we need? It tells us we need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't have dimes, you can draw circles. And how many hairs are we going to put on each one? We're going to put 2. Why do we do 2? Yes, because the dime has 2 hairs, and sometimes it's a little easier to count by 5s than it is to count by 10s, but let's try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 5 dimes gave us 50 cents. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It gave us 50 cents. When you wrote 50 cents, did you remember to put the cent sign? I hope you did. All right, let's try one more. And this time, I'm going to trick you. I want you to see, this is a brain break here. All right, I want you to see if you can use some coins that we've learned, pennies, dimes, and nickels, to make 15 cents. 15 cents. Think of some ways you could make 15 cents. Go ahead and you draw some. There's quite a few. See how many ways you can come up with. Well, I'm going to come up with one. 1 dime and 1 nickel. How much is a dime worth? Let's see, 2 hairs, right? So let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. That is 15 cents. Is there another way you could make 15? How else could you make 15? Well, think of what coins you can use to count by 5. Well, let's see if we can put out some nickels until we get to 15. Okay, here we go. 5. Okay, still not 15. 10. Ooh, there we go. We still have 15 cents. 5, 10, 15. We had 15 counting with a dime and a nickel. 5, 10, 15. Or we could just go 10, and then let's give a clap because we're changing money. 10, 15. 10, 15. We're not going to clap here because it's all the same coin. 5, 10, 15. There are probably some other ways that you can do it, but for now, I just want to remind you that the penny with just the hole for the hair is worth 1 cent. Remember, a penny is worth 1 cent. 1 cent. A nickel is worth 5 cents, which is the same thing as 5 pennies. Each hair is 5 cents, 5. And then we have a dime. A dime has 2 hairs, and each one is 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. Each dime is worth 10 cents. So today, we practice counting pennies, nickels, and dimes.